Hi woodshop friends, Cindy here, and today I'm going to be coming to you with a little bit different of a video. I'm going to be showing you some of the things that I'm going to be sending to Amazon FBA, or items that are fulfilled by Amazon. I'm very new to FBA, so I'm going to be talking about some of the challenges that I have found. This video goes through some of the books that I've purchased either at Goodwill or some of the thrift shops in my area. I also have started sending some of the unfinished wood into Amazon FBA, and again, a little bit of a challenge in getting started, but finally have sent my first shipment of unfinished wood along with a couple of books and a few other things that I've found. I'm going to be doing some videos on those. But let's go ahead and get started with the books that I'm going to be sending. So here's a stack of what I'm going to be covering in this video. Most of these I believe did come from Goodwill. The hardback books were $1 and the children's books were 50 cents. So the first one that I came upon was this Mom, Tell Me Your Story, Please. And it's by Susan Branch. And they charged me 50 cents for this. I guess they thought it was a children's book, and it could be considered a children's book. It's basically a place for a mom to document her life story. And again, Mom, tell me your story, please. And if you look inside, I mean, it's in mint condition. It could probably almost be sold as new. There's absolutely no writing at all in this book, and a great place for a mom to document her life for her children. Parents' names, birth dates, their brothers and sisters. How did your parents choose your name? Just a lot of things about parents that we really don't know about. Let's go ahead and scan this in, and it actually came up in the book category. It came up in about the 2 million range. So let me pull this up here in a minute and I'll show you what we got. I scan it. I'm using the Amazon Seller app, which I have found to be invaluable when I am out looking for books or other types of arbitrage. So it came up in, like I said, it came up in the 2 million range, and Amazon was not selling this book at all. There were no FBA offers, and there were 8 that were listed in used for $14.47. I am at least going to list this book as used like new. I guess since I purchased it at Goodwill, I probably should go ahead and list it as used. I probably will end up listing it or sending it into FBA for about, I think I'm going to maybe try and list it for about $16. So again, probably my prized possession of books. Very happy with having found this particular book in perfect condition. So the next book that I found was The Complete Single Mother's Guide, and again, no writing at all in this book whatsoever, no highlighting, nothing like that. A very good resource book. It was a winner of a Parents Guide Award, and almost looked like, and again, I'm going to probably list this in used like new also. No problems at all with the front cover, no problems with the binding, and if I scan it in, I've been kind of on the fence about the ratings, sales rankings, and what I know with books they say that they can go all the way up to 10 or 12 million, and I actually did scan one the other day that was 14 million. But I kind of, I try and look at a few other things as well. This particular book was in the 4 million range, but Amazon was not selling it at all. And again, because of the condition that it was in, I decided to go ahead and pick this particular book up. Again, purchased at Goodwill for $1. There were 2 FBA offers on this, and there were none in the used category, or at least that's what I have documented. So I'm probably going to list this out on FBA for about $9.95, I think, is what I'm gonna start with. Then the next book that I came upon was this United States book, Time for Learning United States. I thought it was kind of an interesting book. It had some little pop-out pages in it, and kind of cute little, again, in very, very, very good condition. There's nothing wrong with the binding at all. No writing in it, no highlighting. The front cover was perfect. Actually, the front cover has a little bit of like a hologram type thing on it. You can see we've got all the different states that are listed in here, and so very good condition on that one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to list that out. There is used, probably used very good. It was actually in the 1 million range, so kind of low compared to some of the other books that I have come across. No Amazon offers, and it's kind of been rare that I have found any books that have been sold by Amazon, I guess maybe because they're older books and that. There were 15 FBA offers on this one, and I think I'm probably going to end up selling this one for about $7.99. That seemed to be about the middle range and about what the used very good books were going for. So I'll probably go ahead and do that. And again, this book was in very good shape. Keep in mind, again, like I said, I'm very new to listing these types of things out on Amazon. So just kind of a trial and error for me. I always say if I were perfect, I'd never learn anything. And what I have learned from about 6 or 7 years of selling online is you have to do it to figure it out. So this book was George's Breakfast, a children's book. I probably got it at Goodwill, 50 cents on this one. It's kind of cute. It's I think they call them board books. Every page was like a board, and in good shape, in very good shape. Probably more good than very good is what I would consider this. It had the binding and all that was okay on it. More worn, I think, than anything. No writing, no drawing, no missing pages or anything in this particular book, other than it's probably a little bit old and a little bit worn. So in scanning this book in, it came up in the 5 million range, so it's getting kind of up there. There were no Amazon sales on this book, and there were no FBAs, but there were 10 that were in used. I'll probably will go ahead and send this in to FBA. My preference is to send everything in and just kind of take my chance and learn from it. And I will be listing this in used good. Again, I kind of felt like it was a little bit worn and not like new, and probably not very good. So good is going to be what it goes for. The next book that I have, which I was a little bit surprised at the ranking on this one, the cover in that, the paper cover, the sleeve or whatever they call it, is not exactly in the best of shape, but the actual book is in just pristine condition. Sorry about that. The binding is very good. No writings, no highlightings, no markings, no scratchings, no nothing like that in this book. So other than the sleeve, which I'll note when I list it, it's in very, very good condition. However, when I did go and scan this in, I was pretty shocked to find out that it was in the 14 million range. I think this might be the highest sales ranking book that I have purchased. A little bit surprised considering that it is for a bedtime story, but again, I felt like it was probably worth taking the chance on. No Amazon sales on this one. There were 4 though that were listed in FBA and 20 that were listed under used. So I'm probably going to list this myself for $9.99 and in used good condition. So we'll kind of see what happens with this book. I feel like children's books, I know there's a lot going on with Kindle. A lot of people buy and read their books on Kindle. But I know with children's books, I think that parents want hard copy books to be able to read to their children so they can see pictures. So there's that book. And then my last book, which A Preface to Marketing Management. I'm kind of guessing it must be some kind of a textbook. It's in really, really good condition, other than one little bitty corner there that's kind of messed up a little bit. Nobody's written in it, nobody's highlighted it, marked it, nobody's flagged any pages. It is paperback, but again, in pretty good condition. And I was really, this one was another one that surprised me when I scanned it in and what the sales ranking was. The sales ranking was 52,217, and that might be the lowest sales ranking book that I have. Again, no sales through Amazon. There were 14 in FBA and 51 that were used, and I'm going to list this one probably for $16.95 in used, very good condition. Again, I'm kind of assuming it must be some kind of textbook that is being used. So we'll put that out there and see how that one goes. And there you go. That's pretty much all the books that I have. The Nursery Tales, George's Breakfast, Time for Learning United States, The Complete Single Motherhood, or Mother, I'm sorry. And then finally, Mom, Tell Me Your Story, which is without a doubt my favorite book. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm planning on doing these videos for other books that I have purchased. If you like what you see, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you don't like what you see, go ahead and send me an email and let me know what you don't like, because like I said before, if I were perfect, I would never learn anything new, and I always appreciate any advice that you can give me. Thanks again for watching.